Hello friends, this is Parthsarthi Virla and welcome to Quality Excellence Hub YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss on total quality management and 8 principles of total quality management. So friends, if you are the first time viewer and if you have not subscribed to my channel, then do subscribe. You can click on the bell icon so that you will receive notifications of all my future video uploads. You can share the link of my channel and videos to your groups and friends so that they will also get advantage to join our family and enhance their knowledge. So friends, now let us start with the topic. Let us know what is TQM. T is nothing but total, that is involvement of all employees, means you have to involve all the employees of the organization. Q is nothing but quality. And quality is what? It is customer requirements or customer satisfaction and delightment. This is all about quality. So, total means involving all people. Quality means customers requirement and customer satisfaction. And M is nothing but management. That is management approach. So, overall TQM is total quality management, which involves all the employees of the organization to achieve customer requirements and customer satisfaction through management approach. So this is TQM. Now let us understand in detail what is TQM or total quality management. It is a management approach to long-term success of an organization through customer satisfaction. So final goal is customer satisfaction. It is achieved through active participation of all members of an organization in improving processes, products, services and culture in which they work. So, we can achieve through active participation of all members or all employees of the organization, and by which we can improve processes, products, services and culture in the organization. It is a management system or management approach for a customer focused organization that involves all employees in continual improvement, and it uses strategy, data and effective communications to integrate the quality discipline into the culture and activities of the organization. So basically here we need to embed quality in each and every activity or each and every process of the organization. Now let us see how the focus is shifted from QC to QA and QA to TQM. So first of all, let us know what is QC. QC is quality control and which focuses on product. So basically here product is inspected and the feedback is then given to the concerned department or overall organization. So basically QC is related to product inspection. Then after that slowly QA came into the picture. Previously it was QC, then QA. QA is nothing but quality assurance and it focuses on product as well as process also. So from QC QA is evolved, and after that TQM, that is total quality management, which focuses on product, process, people, organization and its culture. So basically this is how it is evolved from QC to QA and QA to TQM. Now let us go through the history and evolution of TQM. In 1920s, quality management was initiated. The first seeds of quality management were planted as the principles of scientific management swept through US industries. So basically it was started in US industries. In 1930s, Shewhart develops statistical quality control methods, which are known as SQC methods also. Then in 1946, ASQ, which is known as American Society of Quality, was formed. Then it was known as ASQC. And in 1950s, total quality management and quality concepts were developed. In 1968, Japanese named this approach as company-wide quality control. Right now it is known as TQM, and Japanese gave this approach the name of company-wide quality control. And in 1968, quality management system, this term was evolved, and it took rise in 1968. And if we see about today, we have quality standards like ISO 9000, we have quality award programs like Deming and MBNQA, which is Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Awards, which specifies principles and processes that comprises TQM. So this is how the TQM is evolved. Now let us know about some companies which have implemented TQM in their initial run, during initial stage of TQM. You might be knowing about Ford Motors, Toyota, Motorola, but here I would like to mention two more companies, that is Xerox Corporation. They implemented TQM when they lost 40% of market share to their foreign competitors, and to improve on the market share, they implemented TQM and they got benefit of TQM also. The second company is ExxonMobil. They had so many customer related issues, and they wanted to explore customer related issues and they want to resolve it. So they implemented TQM, and they were also benefited out of TQM. So this is all about the companies who have implemented TQM and benefited out of TQM. Now let us go through 8 principles of TQM, or primary elements of TQM. The first is customer focus, second is total employee involvement, then process centered, then integrated system, strategic and systematic approach, continual improvement, fact-based decision making, and the final one is communication. So these are 8 principles of TQM. You have to work on all these 8 principles to achieve TQM. Now let us go through one by one. First is customer focus. Customer is the ultimate authority to determine the level of quality, right, based on their customer requirement. So customer requirement shall be understood and percolated to each and every stage. That can be done through training employees, integrating quality into the design and other processes, upgrading systems, etc. And customer focused organization will get benefited by higher customer satisfaction, which leads to customer retention and repetitive orders, as well as addition of new customers. So basically this you will get benefit by higher customer satisfaction. A customer will be retained, they will give you repetitive orders, and looking to the customer retention, other new customers will also know about you, and they will also come to you because you have a very good TQM system, you have a very good culture, and you have a very good customer track record. Second is total employee involvement. Participation of all employees in working towards common goals, whatever common goals company has identified, organization has identified. So participation of all employees is required, and this is the second principle of TQM. For total employee involvement or engagement, drive fear out of workplace through empowerment and providing proper environment to employees. Here you have to drive fear out of the workplace so that employees can give their 100%, and you have to provide that proper environment to the employees. Self-managed work team is the best example of empowerment. So self-managed work team culture is the best example of empowerment. You have to give empowerment to the employees. Deployment of bottom to top strategy will drive continual improvement and will involve, motivate and engage all employees to add value towards common goals. So here you can deploy bottom to top strategy, where suggestions will come from the bottom and it will go upward in the hierarchy, and finally there will be continual improvement. The methodology may be different, Kaizens, QIPs or improvement projects, anything, but it should be bottom to top strategy. Then the third is process centered. Process centeredness is a fundamental part of TQM. We have to adopt process based thinking, and we all are aware what is process. It is a series of steps that take inputs from supplier, that may be internal or external supplier, and converts them into outputs that are delivered to customers, that may be internal customer or external customer. So this is process. Define steps required to perform the process. So you have to bifurcate the process in various steps. Then decide process performance parameters. You have to decide some parameters, governed parameters, which will give the feedback about the process, how it is performing. Then continuously measure and monitor performance. You have to measure and monitor the parameters, and you have to continuously monitor the performance of the process. And during monitoring, if you have detected any unexpected variation, then you have to act upon it. So this is process centered. The fourth principle is integrated system. An organization consists of vertically structured departments. TQM focuses on horizontal processes interconnecting this department. So basically it's a horizontal process in interconnection, like ISO 9000 standards, Baldrige Award requirements. These are horizontally deployed, which interconnects the departments. So basically it focuses on the process. Suppose purchasing is a process, it may be in any department, right? So this is how, and it flows from micro level to large level to business level, and business level to strategy level, right? So all this interconnection should be there. Everyone must understand the vision, mission, guiding principles, quality policies, objectives, and critical processes of the organization. We don't have to work in silos. We don't have to only look into our departments. As they are interconnected through processes, we should be aware about our vision, mission, guiding principles, quality policies, objectives, and critical processes of the organization. Then business processes should be monitored and it should be communicated continuously. Then foster good quality culture to achieve excellence. Quality culture should be embedded in the organization by embedding quality at each and every step or each and every process. Connect and improve business elements to continually improve or exceed the expectation of stakeholders. So we need to connect and improve business elements to continually improve, exceed the expectation of stakeholders. So this is how the fourth principle works on integrated system. Fifth is strategic and systematic approach. Strategic and systematic approach is a critical part of TQM to achieve organization's vision, mission, and goals. We have to follow strategic planning or strategic management, and we have to form a strategic plan, and we have to integrate quality as a core component of strategic plan. We have to consider quality as a critical parameter for each processes. It should be embedded in each processes. So this is all about strategic and systematic approach. Sixth one is continual improvement. TQM focuses on continual improvement of processes. Continual improvement itself is a never-ending process, and continual improvement drive helps organizations to become more competitive and effective in meeting or exceeding customer expectations. So continual improvement is a key focus on in TQM, and we have to continually improve to stay in the competition, and we have to in meeting customer requirements or exceeding customers requirement. Seventh is fact-based decision making. Actual collected data are facts, and data trends helps in decision making. We can take decisions based on data which we have collected. We can analyze that data and we can take decision based on that data. Data-based decision making increases probability of getting it right. So you can get success if you If you are data driven, if you take decisions based on data. In order to know how well an organization is performing, data on performance measures are necessary. We have to measure the performance, how the organization is performing. TQM requires that an organization continually collect and analyze data in order to improve decision making accuracy, achieve consensus and allow prediction based on past history. So this we can do if we are collecting data, we are analyzing data, and through which we can improve accuracy, achieve consensus and allow prediction based on, it allows prediction based on past history. So based on past history, if we have data, we can take decision based on that. The last one is communications. Communication is the key to success in TQM. During times of organizational change as well as part of day-to-day operation, effective communications plays a large part in maintaining morale and in motivating employees at all levels. So communication is a key. Communications involves strategies, methods and timeliness. So everything should be communicated. People should be aware about everything, about the strategies, mission, guidelines, customer requirements, everything. So communication is a key in TQM. So this was the 8th principle of TQM. Now let us go through some benefits and advantages of TQM. Strengthened competitive position. You will get a good competitive position in the market. Adaptability to changing or emerging market and other conditions. Depending on the change in the market, you can adapt the changes and you can get benefited. Higher productivity because of continual improvement. Enhanced market image because your customers are satisfied. Elimination of defects and waste. Reduced cost and better cost management. Higher profitability. Improved customer focus and satisfaction. Increased customer loyalty and retention. Increased job security because people are motivated, their morale is boosted, so increased job security. Improved employee morale, enhanced shareholder and stakeholder value, and improved and innovative processes. So these are the benefits and advantages of TQM. Friends, I am going to post a video on 14 points of Deming for TQM as well as how to implement TQM in any organization. So friends, again I would like to tell you, if you have still not subscribed to my channel, then do subscribe. You can click on the bell icon as well as on all notifications so that you will receive notifications of all my future video uploads. You can share the link of my channel and videos to your groups and friends so that they will also get advantage to join our family and enhance their knowledge. Friends, I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching the video.